Hi everyone, thanks for joining to this live stream where we talk about different markets. I'm glad to see you here and just let me know, can you hear me, can you see me? Maybe I need to make the voice louder. Write in the chat, I will follow your advices. Today, as usually, we are going to talk about crypto markets. We are going to talk about stock markets, commodities markets. I have some interesting markets from my point of view in my list. But if you would like to see something about your favorite market, just write it in the chat. I will make for you a short and quick market overview based on your request. Before we start, I need to tell you two important things. The first thing is we still have active special offer where you can get free access to all our premium stuff, including copy trading platform, access to our newest trading robot, access to our academy with all courses about money management, trading psychology, how to read charts properly, and so on. You will be able to get access to the premium community with experts where you can ask any questions and get replies for them, where you can also ask to make market overviews from our experts, and where you can get knowledge and experience for proper trading in the financial market, in different financial markets. This offer will be available during the June. So if you want to join, it's better to hurry up and join it, because we will close it in the 1st of July. So don't miss this opportunity to save about $450 and get everything for free. For during 3 months, you will be able to use all our premium stuff, products and services absolutely free. For getting more details, just visit special page tradunity.com/beta. Ask question here, or on TradingView for more details in private messages if you want. I will be able to provide you more information about this special offer. So don't miss this opportunity. It is really cool. And another thing I need to tell you, and I need to remind you, that I will share with you my personal experience. It's not financial advice, so be careful. Trading in the financial markets, it is risky. Before opening any trades, just make your personal research, follow money management, follow risk management, and just use my information like an additional information which can help you to take the right decision in different markets. So, how we will work? I start from crypto as usually. Let's look at the Bitcoin market. If you want your markets must be discussed, write them in the chat. I will move back and I will do it for you. After that, I have some markets from commodities and stocks, so we can discuss a lot of things. If you are new here, please subscribe to our channel. Every week I make streams. Every Monday we talk about different markets. During Wednesdays we talk about trading. Please be active, support by your likes if you like it. If you don't like, support it, dislikes if you want to do this. So let's start and start from Bitcoin. Let's look at the weekly time frame, as we all want to know how to trade, not in short term, but where the market will be within several weeks and maybe months. First of all, I need to make it clear. I need to make everything clear, as some people think if I wrote something about possible market movements 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, when markets should move like this. No, every new candle, it doesn't matter. It can be basic, it can be a candle from weekly time frame, it can be a candle from the daily time frame, from 4 hour, 1 hour, 1 minute. Every new candle can change the situation. So it can be like there is a buy signal, but one candle, and we have another type of signals. So it is normal. That's why it is important to get news from, get signals from markets in real time, use them, and change your plans and change your vision based on new information. So it is absolutely okay. Please don't try to say me that I expected correction and now I changed my mind because the market moved upward. No. Based on that performance, based on that price action, and based on that market conditions, we had just this possible variant of market movement, and it was more logical than continuation of the uptrend without correction. And we got signals which told us about possible correction movement. And I just remind you that based on the weekly time frame, we got amazing two candles. Let me show you better. These candles are like doji. Let me show you like this. Here is doji, and this signal, this bearish candle, strong bearish candle, which provide us a signal confirming that the price bounces from 9,000 level. We got reversal candlestick pattern. We got confirmation from RSI, which confirmed that the price bounced from the resistance zone. We got bearish signals from MACD histogram when bar started downward movement. So that signal told us about the correction movement, and it was logical. And 7,000 was like the first target, 6,000 could be the second target. So everything was good. But the next candle, the next bullish candle, told us about just a new balance and a new direction, and provide new signal. This bullish candle, we got it yesterday. It was closed. So it was fixed when we got the close price. So after this moment, we can just think about possible market movements using this new bullish candle, and the picture will be just more bullish than bearish. Why? If market after getting a bearish signal couldn't develop the downward movement, it means that there are not so many sellers. Sellers they are not active, and market can't move lower. If so, it is just additional signal confirming their strength of buyers. And the new bullish candle confirmed that the market is going to move higher. So from this point of view, we should think about just the continuation of the uptrend, and we have to think about the nearest resistance zones where the price can be stopped and reversed. Because all price movements, they can't market can't move in one direction all the time. All movements should be like impulse movement and correction movement. So if the market continues moving higher, it means that we must think about a possible resistance zone where this movement will be stopped, and market will be stopped and reversed. So this zone, it is important for us because it can be used like profit target for buy position, and it can be used like a possible zone where we get a correction movement which will lead us to new buy opportunities based on the reversal signals in the direction of the main trend. So what we have now based on the weekly time frame, we have bullish, strong bullish candle confirming the further upward movement and the strength of buyers. Based on the weekly time frame, you don't have entry levels because all good levels are still far from interesting and logical buying zone. So again, market still looks overbought, and in spite of this fact, bulls still have power for pushing market higher. And it doesn't mean that knowing this, we have just any buy opportunities, any good buy opportunities. If you are looking for a good entry levels for the long run, still you have to, it is the best way to wait for a correction movement and buy based on reversals from support zones. When we talk about support zones now, so I talk about 6,000 level like a very strong support zone, which stopped and which was the local bottom for a long time in the past. So still it is the one of the best support zones where you can get reversal signals for buying. Also 7,000 level can be used because it is the zone where we have also simple moving average with 100 period, which acts like a support line too. So 7,000 in combination with the simple moving average, they form support zone, which can be used also for buying. And if correction won't be deep, if the market, just based on the weekly time frame, continues their sideways movements after such upward movement which we got, probably 8,000 also can be used for buying based on the reversal signal, as we have also this round number as a support level. So again, buying now, it's not a good idea only if you are looking for investing for, let's say, the level which can stop the upward movement. It is the most important zone now. It is 10,000 level. It is strong level, round number level. It was the resistance which stopped the markets after in 2018, when we got the price reversal from simple moving average 50 here in this zone. Market moved upwards. The downtrend line was broken. So let's say it was it was April of 2018. We got the correction movement. Price bounced from simple moving average, which acted like the support line. So, and the price broke the downtrend line. If you look at such setups on any markets, mainly it is a really good signal confirming the continuation of any trend movements. In our case, the continuation of the bullish trend. So in that case, in that moment, we got a really good chance for starting the bullish trend, because we got a very strong uptrend in 2017. We got deep correction, rather good correction. It was a really cool and good support zone, and price confirmed the continuation of the bullish trend, but 10,000 level stopped this upward movement, and we saw the continuation of the downward movement to 3,000 level as a result. So in the past, 10,000 acted like a really strong support zone, which changed the market condition, and let's say this level broke the attempt to continue the bullish trend. Now, when the price reached this level, it will be also interesting to watch for the price action at this zone, and to see what will be, because the level is strong. We see how the market acted at this zone, and I won't be surprised if 10,000 will be able to stop the upward movement, and from this zone we will see a correction to 8,000, maybe to 7,000. We will see, but 10,000 level, it looks like a good for correction, as a starting point for correction movement. So if you have a long position, probably 10,000 should be used like a zone for fixing a part of profit, if you are not a long-term trader. If you are just if you are not a long-term investor, if you are just a trader, if you hold position from this zone, like from 4,000, 3,500. So for you, 10,000 is a really cool level for fixing the profit. My trades from this zone also have the profit level, profit target at 10,000. So think about it, as the market will have good chances to start a correction movement. So let's move to the daily time frame and see better what we have here. And if the weekly time frame confirms the strength of buyers based on the daily time frame, we have bearish divergence formed by MACD, histogram, lines, RSI. It was like here, but price dropped lower, but we can't say that the bearish divergence acted like it should be. Mainly for when you have bearish divergences or bullish divergences, you should expect the price movement at least 100 period simple moving average, and it will be in some cases it can be any divergences can be like trend reversal signals. In some cases they can act like signals telling us about future deep correction. In this case it didn't work, and again for us it should be a new signal telling us about the strength of buyers. If so, this reversal, this bouncing, could be used for searching buy zones, for searching buy signals, and opening long position based on it could be done based on 4-hour time frames, 6-hour time frames, maybe 1-hour time frames. So let's look at this situation when we have the local high here. It was an attempt to break 9,000 level. After that, the price corrected this upward movement, and now we have the situation when we got a new swing high movement. So it was broke the previous one. Price tries to break 9,000 level, resistance level, and if so, the next level will be 10,000 based on the daily chart too. So now we have a bullish candle where buyers try to close the day above 9,000 level. The confirmation of the breakout will be when a new bullish candle won't touch 9,000 level. So after that we can just confirm that the market really bounced, really break the resistance zone and continues the upward movement. So again, if we talk about the daily time frame, the market made some movement already. If you didn't open a long position from this zone based on the reversal or based on the breakout above simple moving average with a 20 period, you missed the opportunity. You missed buy opportunity. So for you again, it's time to wait for a correction movement and open and wait for reversal signals based on possible support lines and levels, which are support levels 9,000, 8,000, 7,000, 6,000, or from support lines which can be used simple moving average or exponential moving average as you wish, with 20 periods, 50 periods, 100 periods. So based on the daily time frame, we have a bullish market moving to 10,000 level. Let's see that RSI dropped from when the market was overbought in this zone. We saw the downward movement of RSI line. RSI line reached about 50 level and bounced from it and continued the upward movement. So now it confirms that the market is not overbought too much, and it provides bullish signal. And the market still has some space based on RSI for moving higher. If we see the reversal and bouncing from 10,000 level, probably RSI will support this reversal in the overbought zone, and this signal will be really good and strong. Now, if we look at MACD, which also can be used for confirmation movements, we have bullish signal from MACD lines, which confirms the upward movement, and we have bullish signal from MACD histogram. So I think 10,000 should be reached during this week. It will be really possible, as if we don't get any negative news for crypto and Bitcoin. If market could break 9,000 level, why not to reach 10,000, as it is really interesting for a lot of traders and investors, like a big round number level. Let's talk about the situation. I posted a signal by signal. I would like to show you the reasons why I decided to buy based on the breakout above the important swing high on lower time frames. In order to show you how we could just use such possible situation when, on the one hand, we thought about the correction movement, deep correction movement, but in this zone we got just confirmation that market is not ready to move lower. If we move to the lower time frames, like here, we could see it can be like reasons why the market didn't move lower, or it can be just like a good example. When price bounced from 9,000 level here, we also got bearish divergence based on the 4-hour time frame. We got bearish divergence with price diverged with RSI, MACD histogram, MACD line. So the same situation, the same pattern like it was on the daily time frame. But the difference is if on the daily time frame this signal didn't work properly, based on the 4-hour time frame, this signal really provide us good and reliable signal telling us about a deep correction or a trend reversal. If you use, for example, 100 period simple moving average as the main line telling you about the direction of trend, where if price is above a simple moving average with 100 period, you have bullish trend. If the price is below simple moving average with the 100 period, it is bearish trend. So for you, bearish divergence confirm the trend reversal because price dropped below this line. If you use simple moving average with higher periods like 200, where you just give a market chance to stay in in the current market conditions with the current trend, even the markets just correct the movement deeply, you can use 200 period simple moving average, and based on it and combining the bearish divergence, we got just a deep correction movement, and after that the market continued the uptrend. Also, you can use, for example, let's say the uptrend line, and if the price is above your trend line, so you have bullish trend. If the price is below, you have a bearish trend. So in this situation, just using a simple technical analysis tool like trend line and simple moving average with 100 period could tell you about starting a new bearish trend based on 4-hour time frames. This could confirm the correction movement and based on higher time frames, and it was logical to think about continuation of the fall into 7,000, 6,000 based on 4-hour time frames too. But again, the situation was changed in this zone. Price reached simple moving average. I should say I used simple moving average 100 period like the main line telling me the direction of trend. But maybe half a year ago I decided to add 200 periods because I saw many situations when you have a trend reversal signal based on 100 period simple moving average, but price reached 200 simple moving average or exponential moving average, and we have reversal and continuation of the previous trend. So I decided to add 200 period moving average too and use it like the main line telling me about the direction of trend. So if price is above this simple moving average, we have bullish trend. If the price is below, we have bearish trend. So it's just the main idea. Price bounced from this simple moving average, and we saw two attempts to break it here. 1, 2. They were not successful. We got just this breakout. But at the same time, the market formed a new support level at 7,500. So price saw this level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So for the market 7,500 level, it was important. It was important level, and even after breakout of trend line, price bounced from 7,500 and continued their upward movement. So in this zone, we could get a signal telling us that market doesn't want to move lower. If so, it is a signal telling us about the strength of buyers, and it is a bullish signal. So the trading idea was just like we had to search for buy entry level for buy position, but where to do it? If buy based on the reversal signal, we still have 8,000 level, which is the resistant one, and the market just need to break above this resistance in order to confirm the further trend movement. Also, we had simple moving average with 100 period, which also acted that time as the resistance line. And if you look, if we look closer to this line, you see that the price moved upward, reached this level, and stopped at this line. So market saw this 100 period moving average, and for us it was a really good situation when we could say if the price breaks this zone, so for this moment the price already broke 8,000 level. It was the resistance level now, and it became the support level, and it was only simple moving average with 100 period, which stopped the market and hold the market from the upward movement. So breakout above this line and breakout above this local swing high, which we got here, like when the market tried to break this line and bounce it and continue the consolidation movement below this resistance line, and we could use this level for and breakout signal for opening long position with entry level, just with some space, with some additional gap. It was entry level was about 8,300. I posted the signal with such entry level and with stop below simple moving average with 200 period and below 8,000 support level. So it was stop was about 7,800. So we got a buy signal, confirmed buy signal that the market continues the upward movement. We have just the level for placing stop orders, and where we should get profit. The first target was 9,000 level. As we saw how the price bounced from this zone, it was resistance zone. It was resistance zone where market bounced 2 times in the past, and this zone should be used for just like the first target for this long position. So we got the first profit target was reached, and the second target was placed at 10,000 level. So why 10,000 level is important again for fixing profit? Because we can have the same situation like we had with 9,000 resistance level. Price reached this level, bounced and dropped. In this case, okay, it dropped not too strong, and it was just a deep correction, but you also can get the trend reversal at strong resistance level. And if so, if you don't fix profit, so you have a good chances to lose this profit at all. That's why it is important to fix profit if you are just a trader, if you are not an investor with long-term targets. If you are a trader, you need to fix profit time by time. Why 10,000 is important level 2? Based on this fact that traders and investors and companies, they must fix profit time by time. just in order not to lose gained money, in order to fix profit and use this money for opening new trades, for opening new trades on other markets, and so on. 10,000 looks like a really perfect zone for fixing profit. If you stay in the long position from, let's say, from the bottom, just where the market stopped falling, gave us trend reversal signals, confirmed trend reversal signals, and provided good buy opportunities. So for you, 10,000 should be a really good profit zone for fixing profit. It doesn't matter that you are long-term trader or long-term investor and you just exit from all your position if you buy here. No, at least you need to fix a part, at least a part of your profit, but you need to fix. And I'm worried that 10,000 level will be really strong for fixing profit by big players, just a lot of traders, big traders, small traders, different types of traders, maybe companies, maybe exchanges if they want to get some profit from this upward movement from the beginning of 2019. And it can be just another reason for the market to be stopped at 10,000 and reverse at 10,000. And it can be like a new opportunity for those who skipped all different buy signals from 4,000 up to 8,000. If you skipped that opportunities, so probably for you it will be a really great chance to just get correction movement and enter the market using good levels. I'm worried that if price breaks 10,000, we will see a new hype, and the market will be able to reach the previous historical high very quickly without providing us good just good corrections, and as a result, good entry levels for buy. So it's better to think about opening long position below 10,000 in order also to have the space for making profit if and when the price breaks 10,000 level. So again, important for us, it will be important how the price will act at 10,000 level. Will it be correction, or it will be a possible breakout if the price breaks 10,000 level and we don't have any solid news supporting the increasing of demand. I will think about a fake breakout first of all, because strong resistance or support levels and lines, they must be passed after some consolidation below them, just in order to get just in order to reach a balance in the market. If the market continues the upward movement and try to break this 10,000 level without any consolidation below this level, it will look like overbought market is trying to pass a very strong resistance level. The market will have super great chances to fail in such way. So let's look at how price will act at 10,000 level, and based on this price action, we will think about possible market movements, because I think it will be possible to get really good correction movement, and maybe even deep correction movement to 7,000 from that zone. And after that, we will have a good chance to enter the market based on good levels and join to the trend, where the second attempt will be, I'm absolutely sure, the second attempt will be just with the exact goal, break 10,000 level. 10,000 level will be the key level in the nearest future. So here is Bitcoin, and I shared my ideas about possible market movements and how to trade it. How to trade it if you skipped all previous buy opportunities. So let's talk about Hi Vitaly. As I can see, it is your question is and your request is from your previous comments on TradingView, where we discussed Elliott waves theory and how to use it properly. I had a very interesting discussion with one of the best traders of all the time on TradingView, and he tried to tell me he is an expert in Elliott's wave theory. And Vitaly, as I hope I could understand correctly. You also complain that I didn't support you with your variant of Elliott's wave analysis of Bitcoin. So let's make it clear. Elliott's wave theory is one of the most complicated method for getting ideas about markets and for trading. It means that you must have a really cool knowledge, and what is also very important, you must have a really good experience for getting for getting practice, for understanding how to draw waves, how to start counting them from the right zone and use the right swing highs, swing lows for making the waves structure correctly. Because if you make mistake somewhere, it means that the whole analysis will be useless. What I can see that a lot of people on TradingView who don't know how to use really much more simple technical analysis tools like lines, levels, chart patterns, I don't know, how to read signals from indicators properly. A lot of people use Elliott's wave method for getting ideas about possible market movements. So for me it is really very strange. If you don't know how to use simple tools, how you can use much more complicated tools for making analysis. That's why I don't trust the majority of authors who use this type of analysis in their posts. I should say I know maybe one guy, maybe only one guy from TradingView who posts really interesting and, from my point of view, good and high quality content posts and analysis using Elliott's wave theory. I need to show you this guy, and he was to my mind several years ago he was in top, but after crypto hype a lot of cool authors left this project, and they dropped a lot in rating. So, but still, it was he was just only one guy, where it was really interesting to read his posts, and what it was important, he has experience in this type of analysis. I don't remember how I don't remember his name, but okay. TradingView doesn't allow me to move deeper in the rating. Okay, what I want to say. So his analysis based on waves theory was interesting, and I could trust him because he has experience. Also, his posts confirm that he has knowledge about technical analysis. He has and his way of counting waves were just in the same way, which, for example, I could use for starting. I'm not an expert in Elliott's wave theory because it is really complicated. You need to spend a lot of time for learning it, and only after that you can think about using it. And of course, only spending some time getting good results, just knowing different situation. Only after that it will be logical. Sorry, I can't find this guy. Only after that you can start sharing your ideas about markets based on this complicated method. So I'm not a complicated I'm not a master of this, and that's why it is the main reason I don't want to share with you any type of analysis based on the Elliott's wave theory. And for what I prefer, I like to use more simple and at the same time also workable tools based on technical analysis tools and indicators, which also provide good ideas, entry levels, and understanding about possible market movements. So if I start using, just if you Vitaly, if you want to push me, provide you ideas about possible market movements based on Elliott's wave theory, it will be useless for all, because okay, I know the structure. We have five wave structure, but let's say uh, it is the starting point. So probably it can be like the first wave. After that we have correction wave. Okay, it can be like this. So it is the second wave and the starting point of the third wave. The third wave can be the longest one, and so how we can draw it? Where? So from this to where? To should we count this sideways movement or not? Uh, some of you, just one guy offered to use, to my mind, if I'm not mistaken, he counts this correction movement as the fourth wave, and I have a question. Why you skip this this sideways movement as the correction movement after the third wave? So for me, the right question. But I'm not an expert. From my point of view, it it is rather difficult to say properly if you also don't have experience how to count these waves based on the exact structure properly, because there will be questions, and questions will be from based on these additional sideways movements, which breaks all just standard and the most famous structure with five waves, and based on it, it's rather difficult to draw all lines here. That's why I would like, I will try to find, I know two websites, they have good specialists about Elliott's wave theory. They have premium subscription. I will try to buy it and get ideas about Bitcoin price movements in order to show you and compare with your type of chart and your variant of how you use Elliott's wave theory on with your charts and Bitcoin, and we just compare it. I'm not ready to tell you how to do it correctly because I'm not an expert. The second question is from Marine, and the request is about Bitcoin Cash. Let's look at the Bitcoin Cash. If you don't mind, let's use Bitstamp prices also. Bitcoin Cash, and let's use the daily time frame. So just in order to get ideas, not for the long run. And the problem with Bitcoin Cash, there are not so many data behind for using a weekly time frame and using the whole data for building indicators based on the weekly time frame. So we can use the daily. And based on the daily time frame, the market is in the uptrend. The market corrected, let's say, if we talk about, if we compare Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Cash corrected the output movement better because the price reached, let's say, the price is not far from, just we could use it like this line like this. The price was closer to, sorry, the price is closer to simple moving average 50, which acts like the support line, and here we have the zone formed by the uptrend line, one of the uptrend line. We can also add another line in order to connect this swing low, and this swing low. Price bounce from the support zone and continue the upward movement. So it was possible to buy based on the breakout above round number. It was possible to maybe buy above based on the reversal signal from this zone. And if you did this, the entry level, the first level for fixed and profit is at 500 level. It is round number, but it's better to use like the zone based on this swing high and the round number. So we will have the resistance zone between 500 and 475 levels, where you should place your first profit target if you open based on this signal here. Or also again, if you opened if you open based on the breakout signals above, you could open trades here based on the breakouts above simple moving average 100 with 100 period. You could open a long position based on the reversal signals when the price broke another moving average and bounced from simple moving average with 50 period. You could use this signal for buying, and if you stay in the market with this long position, probably 500 level for you, it can be like one of possible levels for fixing profit. And again, if someone trades this market and also have some long position, there will be a question where to fix part of profit or where to exit from this coin. 500 level, like round number, looks good zone for exit, for fixing profit. Breakout above 500 will open the road to probably 1000 level. But how strong this market is from, if we talk about fundamental analysis, if we talk about factors which can support the market in the long run, just based on my opinion, Bitcoin Cash doesn't look so solid. Even like top altcoins, it doesn't look solid at all if compared with Bitcoin. So probably this market won't be able to move so fast and so quickly and break this 500 level from the first or maybe second attempt, because the market, it looks like the market is not solid based on fundamental factors, and it gives additional risk if you want to trade it like a trader based on this in this market. I just remind you these manipulated price movements. In the past, I don't remember exactly to my mind. It was something like when price reached. Why it doesn't look solid in the long run from fundamental point of view? Because probably you remember that strange price movements when price just broke 1000 and moved to 4400 very quickly. After some time, we got just more details that it was a manipulated movement, it was planned movement. Bitcoin dropped, Bitcoin Cash moved upwards. So someone made money, but as the price was not supported by just the true value of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin Cash it really looks like useless coin, useless for many people. The price didn't have support for staying at that levels, and after some time we saw the quick reversal from historical highs. I'm not sure that we should believe this candle. It looks like a wrong candle. So for us, it is the historical high where price reached, bounce, and continue moving to the real value of this coin. And we saw a really deep falling. It was it was additional confirmation that the market has real price something below 1000 level, or maybe close to 1000 level. It was in that time. Maybe now we have just another situation, and for this market the real value of Bitcoin Cash is about 500. If so, it will be very difficult to expect price movement to even 1000. I don't want to talk about 4000. If we talk about Bitcoin, we can say the market will be able to reach historical highs because there is strong support from a lot of sides. Fundamental support, technical support, there is a strong interest to Bitcoin, market is new, has potential, and blah 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 blah, solid, trusted, and so many things we can tell about Bitcoin. And it was logical to expect the upward movement up to 20,000 and even higher. With Bitcoin Cash, we have another picture. Why this market will move to 4,000? What are the reasons for this? I don't see any reason. So, if you prefer to trade anyway, if you prefer trades in this market, just be careful and. No, of course not. Mary, not only Bitcoin Cash manipulated, but I read about this manipulation, and it was described the steps how it was manipulated. Of course, other altcoins also manipulated because crypto is the perfect market for manipulators and for manipulations. If we talk about traditional markets, you will be punished for manipulation. You will be punished for insights because it is sounds like cheating, and nobody want to be cheated. So you will be punished. Crypto is not regulated; it's just a wild west, and you can do everything you want. Why not to manipulate? Not to. Why not to manipulate with prices and get some extra bonus if you can do this? The same goes about shitcoins, which I think the perfect markets for manipulation. That's why, from my point of view, the most interesting market is Bitcoin and top altcoins. It's rather difficult to manipulate them, and they looks more reliable. Think about if you still want to enter the market, think about how the price will act at 500 zone. Probably it will correct again to the previous zone. You can use these uptrend lines based on the local swing lows. You can use simple moving average 50, 100, 200 as a zone where the price can be stopped after correction and provide you buy opportunities. For you, if you buy below 500, 500 should be the profit target. If you buy above it, think about fixing profit at 1000. But for this, again, the market must have support from buyers who will push price above 500 level, which looks a rather strong resistance zone. Just one more time, you have let's say, probably the market will bounce from the current zone because it is like 6,000 for Bitcoin. For from, let's say, September up to November, the market moved around 420 level. So it is also it was a strong support zone in the past, and now it can be a strong resistance zone now. And the price tried to break it. It was the first attempt. It was the second attempt to break this level. Here the market could break this strong resistance zone, but couldn't stay above it and drop below. So now we have 1, 2, 3, let's say the fourth attempt to pass through this resistance zone. If it will be done, okay, 500 will be a good target for trades. As for Andrea for XLM market, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this market based on, if you don't mind, based on Kraken prices. We also use it in the previous streams, this chart. So what we have here, let's use also the daily time frame. We talk about the price movements, and for us it was I draw this line just as a resistance line, important line for the market. As I remember, I talk about possible sideway movements in the borders of this between this resistance level and support level. We saw that the market dropped below the resistance level after attempts to pass through the resistance zone and develop the uptrend. So we can see that market stays below the resistance zone. So for confirmation the uptrend movement, the market will have to break this resistance zone. Based on this line, it is, let's say it is 0.13. Also for so first of all, you have to wait for breakout. If you expect to see the uptrend movement, you need to wait for a breakout. Signals confirming and signals can support you. They are such signals like we have the combination of simple moving average with 50 periods, 100 periods, and 200 period. They form the support zone based on different simple moving averages. So for the market, there is the support. If the price stay above this support zone, and now we see like an attempt to bounce from it, so you have a good bullish signal, and you can expect the continuation of the starting of the uptrend. Also, we have swing low 1, we have swing low 2, probably. It can be used like a swing low, which is anyway higher than the previous one. If so, we have just the first structure of a possible bullish trend where we have higher highs, higher lows. We have higher lows and we need to get higher highs for confirmation the uptrend. But it doesn't mean that you need to wait for breakout this swing high in order to get confirmation that the market is in the uptrend. For getting ideas and using just possible trading opportunities in the uptrend structure, you need to wait for a breakout above 0.13 resistance level. It's better to wait for a breakout this local downtrend line, which can stop and reverse the market, but if the price can pass it, so it will be another bullish signal. And I would like to see the breakout above this trend line. It was a trend line which was broken in the past, but it can act as a resistance line in the future too. So you can get such a situation when price breaks the resistance level, the local downtrend line, but bounce from this line and drops. So in order to avoid this situation, it's better to wait for the breakout above this uptrend line too, and after that you will be sure that the market develops the uptrend. So if we talk about the long run, it will be still a good entry level still, but you will be able to open long position, getting really solid breakout signals confirming the direction of confirming the strength of buyers and the direction to the previous highs, like 0.25, 0.30, these levels, like these levels. So for you, these previous swing highs will be like zones for fixing profit. And that's why it's better to wait for some time and skip some price movement, but get more reliable signals. In my opinion, how will the crypto market look after the Facebook coin launch? After the news about Facebook coin influences the current bullish trend, I think it is really good. Maybe it's not so strong news, but definitely it is a good and positive news for the crypto, because Facebook is a huge community and a huge space where there are a lot of people involved, and it means that if Facebook just start using coins, it will be a good and positive news for the whole crypto world. Of course, this news can support the uptrend movement, and this news can be used for. I'm not sure that it will be enough for breaking 10,000 level without correction, without good correction and consolidation below 10,000 level. But at least, for example, it can act like a good driver for moving price to 10,000 easily. I would like to see. I think that the most reliable and the most powerful news will come from starting Backed and Fidelity, because the idea is the same. In order to push crypto market to the new level, in order to continue and just give new impulse for moving higher, we must get new money, and new money will come from institutional companies, institutional traders. For them, crypto markets will be a good market for diversification of their portfolios, for making good profit, and so on. For them, it will be a new opportunity. They will invest and they will change the supply and demand. They will increase demand. If so, the price will have good support from fundamental factors to move higher. The true value of Bitcoin will grow. So everything will be good. Everyone will be happy. Facebook also can support, or for example, combination of this news will be a really good support for the market. And maybe I would like to think about just the situation when the market will continue the price movement without just deep correction. Maybe the correction will be in sideways direction, but still combination of these two positive news will be good for breaking 10,000 and moving higher. I would like to make it clear why we need correction movement, and let's do it like this. Just the simple variant. We have this line. Let's say it is true value of any market, in any financial instrument. Time by time we have situation when so it is the true value, just the value of any financial instrument, any. Time by time we have situation when sorry, just a second. And here we have market price. Sometimes it can be below, sometimes it can be above the true value, sometimes it can be below, above, and so on. So when the price, the market price, you must understand that the true value of a financial instrument and the market price, they can be different, and they are different mainly. Time by time they have just close to the same value, but they move in different direction. When the market reach this zone, it means the market is overbought. When the market price drops below the true price, the true value, the market is oversold. So in these zones, like here, when the market is overbought and when the market is oversold, it is good trading opportunities here for selling, because we know that the price moves above the market price moves around the true value. So when the market is overbought, we need to sell. When market is oversold, we need to buy, because we know that the price will move to the true value and so on. The same goes about it. So that's why we have, I showed you the true value moving sideways, but at the same time it will be the same situation. I just deleted for new example. It will be the same when we talk about the situation when the real price, the true price of any financial instrument is increasing. It can be like fundamental factors, increase demand for any financial instrument, and as a result the true price of this financial instrument is also moving upward. If so, we will have also the same situation when price moves, the market price moves above or below the true value. In such cases, we also have opportunities when market is overbought. Here is oversold. We have the uptrend, and the best zones for buying will be these zones are when the price is at least at the true value, or when the market is oversold. It is the perfect zones for buying, the best one, because when you open a long position in the overbought market, you will have a good chances to see to catch the falling. And you also must understand that any correction movement can be at the beginning of a new trend in another direction, because in any time the situation in the market can be changed, the true value can be changed, and it can be changed. Now we have increase in demand, but something happened in the world, and supply will be increased. So if so, we get another type of market, we get downtrend and bearish market. So buying on tops, it's really a very, very unprofitable idea. When we see a trend, the uptrend, and the price reach the resistance zone, let's say like 10,000 here, and the market looks overbought, there are no drivers. There are drivers, I mean, we need new people who will join and buy and push the price higher. But the market is overbought. Overbought means a lot of people enter the position, and it's not the right time for continue buying. So that's why resistance zone, overbought market conditions a good combination for starting a correction movement. The movement when the price will move to the real, to the true value price of Bitcoin in our case, and maybe even lower. But at the same time, if we have the situation like the perfect situation, we have let's say we have this level. Okay, we have 6,000 level. Let's say it is 10,000 level. We have the uptrend. You see, if price reached the resistance zone and the market has overbought status, it means we have a lot of chances for correction. But if the market reached, bounced, and continued reaching, and in this zone the market moved in consolidation, and the true value and the market price just close to each other, not far from each other. So in this situation, the market has really cool chances to break the zone and continue the price movement. So why I explain you this? If we have such market condition when the market corrects the previous uptrend, just when market remove this status like overbought market, and we get good news, it can be also for Facebook news supporting crypto markets. So the breakout will be really good, and it was logical. Even in such position, getting strong news, maybe Fidelity will start providing services for their clients, Bakkt will be launched, and so on, and Facebook. Of course, it can be like an additional impulse for breakout, but for me, this type of just market movement won't be so solid, and for me, it will be like a really very risky trading opportunity. Of course, it can be used, and it can be used if you will have a lot of fundamental support. But without it, I would like to see breakout after correction or maybe consolidation below this level. The longer consolidation, the more solid breakout can be. So think about it. That's why it is important to wait when price will reach 10,000 level, and we have to see how the market will move at this zone. And of course, it will be important to see which news we will have at that period of time. That's why fundamental news are good, especially for such type of markets where we have huge potential in the long run, and just fundamental news will be like additional signals supporting this movement in the long run, and of course the uptrend. So, do you have any other questions about crypto markets? Because we talk a lot about them, I think I will try to make maybe short videos about stock markets and commodities markets during this week, just showing you interesting trading opportunities. Or if you want to look at other markets, just let me know in chat. As we have 1 hour and a half, and maybe it's time to have a rest. Just let me know what if you have any markets, for review. Don't worry if you missed the stream, you will be able to watch it anytime on our channel, so don't worry. So as I can see, you don't have any other markets. I could just pass through other markets quickly if you want. About Ripple, okay, let's look at the Ripple, and we have something like a pennant, or maybe it can be like a triangle pattern chart pattern, so it can be used like this. Yes, it can be used like, it's small for triangle, it's big for pennant, but anyway, if you want to, anyway, it is a chart pattern and something like triangle, and if we talk about the pennant, it is the continuation chart pattern. The breakout will confirm the continuation of the previous trend. The previous price movement was upwards. It was not so we didn't have the uptrend, and that's why you shouldn't expect a strong price movement after breakout. But anyway, for possible trading opportunities can be based on the reversal from the line of triangle. Let's call it like triangle, and based on this support line, you will be able to open short-term trades, because if the price breaks it, it will be a signal confirming the falling probably to the previous support zones, and they are at 0.30 and 0.35. But buying here, and if the price, if the market doesn't break this support line, it will be a good position for the part of profit can be fixed at this resistance line of the triangle chart pattern. Or if the price will break it, you will be able to stay in the market with opened long position and with good entry level. It's also possible to wait for a breakout above this resistance line of the triangle and buy based on the breakout. So just another type. But in this case, the entry level will be high, and you will need wider stop loss, which should be placed, I think, below this 0.36, 37 level, just to be sure that it won't be reached. And this market now just it can be we can say that the market moves in consolidation, because triangle can be also be used for getting such signal. You need to wait for breakout for confirmation. If you want to trade in the long run, you need to wait for a breakout above the resistance line of the triangle, and if so, it will be a good also entry level for long-term trading. If we talk about Ethereum, we need just a second, where is here it is, Bittrex. Okay, Ethereum looks like it doesn't look so interesting like Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, for example, Bitcoin confirmed the further upward movement, breaking the previous swing high. Ethereum didn't break the previous swing high, because the previous swing high is about 290. So yes, we got, let's say, the reversal, some impulse in the direction of the main trend, and nothing after that. I wrote about Bitcoin trade. It was risky. Buying here, it was too risky, but still, if you open the position based on this reversal, probably you will have chance to make some profit. Now, if you don't have any position, I would like to wait for a correction movement, and at least to simple moving average with with 50, or probably to this uptrend line, and put your stop order below this trend line, and wait for a reversal like from this line, and you will have something like set up something like this. You will have the reversal signal, with stop below this line and some space for making profit, because 300 level looks like one of possible profit targets for market, as the first one, and our uh, let's say 400 level will be just really strong for the crypto, because in the past it acted like a resistance zone in 2017 in August. Then it acted like here like the support zone in December of 2017. Then it got we got in 2018 just the reversal from this zone, bouncing several times. So for the market, 300 will be important, and you should use it like a profit target for medium term, for short term trading, and 400 level will be important for medium term trading, as it was a strong resistance support level in the past. Again, now buying it's not a good idea. It's better to wait for correction movement to simple moving average 50 based on the daily time frame. The same goes about the uptrend line, or maybe just maybe if you are a long-term trader, really long-term trader. I like this market much more than Bitcoin Cash, and as it has good technology behind it, so there is something behind this coin. In the long run, it also looks not so solid, maybe like Bitcoin, but it looks solid at least. Probably you can think about, if you don't want to wait correction, you can think about buying based on the breakout above 300 level, with stop something like for you will need to place stops below this simple moving averages like 100 or 200 as you wish, and have profit targets at 1000 or maybe 1500 at the 400 at the previous historical highs. It's just like another variant. Or you can just combine two possible situations when sorry for changing the chart too often. Or you can combine these two variants in order not to miss this market and possible price movements. It's possible to place pending orders for buying above 300 level, just small part of your capital, and wait for a correction movement to one of possible support levels or lines. If market will start upward movement, just following the news, positive news, or you will be away from your computer, your pending orders will be activated, and you will have opportunity to make some profit. If the market will correct, you will be able to buy it based on the correction, and still have pending orders for adding more trade volume to your long position as a variant. As for do I use a triple screen strategy? I don't use a triple screen strategy. I like to use two screens for getting better understanding about markets. If we talk about day trading, the daily time frame for getting the main directions, the main market conditions, the important lines, levels, and use low time frames for searching exact entry levels. So in the direction of the main information from the high time frames. But again, triple screen strategy, it is one of the most solid, one of the most reliable, one of the most trusted, and one of the most logical strategies in the world, I should say. So you just need to use it properly, and you will be able to get good rewards from it. So if you don't have any questions, I should say that probably it's time to say thank you very much for taking part in this stream. Sorry if it was boring sometimes. Um, Sorry if you wanted to get other markets. I think the next time, just this time, Bitcoin made good price movement, and I wanted to talk more about it and to explain you uh, this buy opportunity which we got, and the buy signal which I posted in our community. Um, I hope just you have more ideas of why we have trading opportunities in some places and why we don't have such opportunities in other places. Why uh, yesterday we can think about correction, and today we need to change our plan and follow the news from the market. I tried to explain it, and probably it was not the perfect explanation. Sorry for this. Anyway, I'm very grateful for your attention, that you spent your time with me today. I will try to make the stream about trading, replying your question about trading this Wednesday. If you have any questions, please leave them below this video. If you want, you can leave your this question in our Discord channel. The link you can find below this video too. Discord channel is free, you can join it anytime. Also, remind you, if you want to get access for 3 months to all our premium products and stuff, you have amazing opportunity to do it now during the June, because later we will stop this special offer, and you will miss this amazing opportunity. So think about it one more time. So thank you very much. Have a profitable week. Have a nice evening. See you next time. Thank you very much for your attention, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you are not a member and not a subscriber. I will be glad to get your feedback about streams, maybe new ideas, what to do with this everything. Write in comments, please. And if you like, please click like. If you don't like, please click dislike. Any feedback from your side is priceless. Thank you very much for your attention. See you soon. Bye bye.